My name is Ciara, reporting on The Wide Window by Lemony Snicket. Violet is one of the characters who likes to invent stuff and is very smart. Klaus is another character who loves to read books. He's also very smart. He is the middle child. Sunny Baudelaire is an infant. She's the youngest Baudelaire out of Violet and Klaus, and she likes to bite hard things. Count Olaf is a horrible man who is trying to get the Baudelaire's fortune after their parents died. Aunt Josephine is a person who is scared of mostly the things in her house. She's afraid of her telephone, she's afraid of her oven. She doesn't feel like turning them on because she's scared that it could cause a fire and she could die. Mr. Poe is not the brightest person that they could be dealing with when there's a problem. For example, when the Baudelaires thought that Stefano was actually Count Olaf in disguise, Mr. Poe did not believe it. He thought it was a nice, very innocent person. One setting is at a local food market where Aunt Josephine met Captain Sham. Another setting is in Aunt Josephine's house in the library where Aunt Josephine jumped out the window. Another setting is in the kitchen where the kids ate cold soup because Aunt Josephine is scared to turn on her oven. This story could happen anytime today. When the three Baudelaire children went to Aunt Josephine's, they were confused because she was afraid of everything in her house. But her house was hanging over a ledge that the lake was below. The Lake Moore bloodsuckers killed her husband, Ike. She's very sad. She cries whenever she talks about him. The Baudelaires sleep in one room with presents that they do not like. When all four of them heard of the hurricane, they went down to the farmer's market to get some food. They bumped into Captain Sham, who was really Count Olaf in disguise. Aunt Josephine goes to see and she saw Captain Sham. She was in love. Violet tried to tell Aunt Josephine that he was really Count Olaf in disguise, but she was too in love. When they went back to the house, the phone rang and Violet answered, and it was Captain Sham. He was calling for Aunt Josephine. Violet said, "Sorry, I think you have the wrong number," then hung up. The phone rang again. Aunt Josephine answered this time, and it was still Captain Sham. They talked for a while. Then Aunt Josephine told the kids to go in a different room because her and Captain Sham are planning a surprise party for the three Baudelaire children. So they went into a room and heard a big crash. They went to go see, and there was a big body-shaped pose in the wide window. There was a letter from Aunt Josephine to the kids. The kids thought it was a forgery. The kids found a clue in the letter where she might be. They took a boat to sail across the lake to an old bear cave deep in the mountains. They looked and looked, but couldn't find her. They had one spot to look last. They looked, and there she was. They sailed back to the other side. When Mr. Poe sees the eye tattoo on Count Olaf's ankle, he gasps in surprise. When Aunt Josephine found out that Captain Sham was really Count Olaf pushed her into the lake, and Aunt Josephine drowned and died. The theme of this story is teamwork because Violet, Klaus, and Sunny worked together and to find where Aunt Josephine was hiding.